Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I think we did have a similar topic almost about a month ago, and where I had said that I am an emotional avoidant person. But thanks to all the classes of psychology and all the learnings I'm getting about, like recently we had a class which was about emotional regulation, and how even when you're angry, can you communicate in a very reasonable manner what is making you angry? Or if you're sad, then how can you communicate within reason what is causing you sadness? Although I think a lot also depends on the recipient, the person that you're having the conversation with. How open are they to hearing you out, or trying to understand what is getting you to react the way you're reacting? While that is a factor that is out of our control, but I think thanks to our classes and all the learnings that I'm getting, that I'm beginning to at least express things and say them however they are, and trying to stay calm. So I've yeah, it's going well so far.
Very nice. Great. Thank you, Pragyaji,
Thank you,
for
sir.
sharing this. Thank you. Great. So, anybody else would like to share something, ask something, please go ahead.
Um, Regarding good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Regarding sharing, what I have personally felt that emotional trauma is far, far more than the trauma of any other kind, because it basically weakens you from inside, and you fail to take many sensible decisions which are actually required for your good life. So, healing of uh, emotional trauma or weakness, whatever word you want to give, that is far more important in any relationship, be it anyone, be it a parent or children, or be it a couple or any relationship. Even in the case of teacher and student, because student never forget the type of treatment teacher has given to the student. It remains in their mind even when they are themselves teacher, or they are grown up. So that one has to be very sensitive while handling this emotional part of any person's life. And one thing which you very just now you have said, that uh, when you are listening, uh, when you are paying attention, pay attention to uh, the emotional part of any person which you want to express. So I feel, yes, everyone must adopt this, and we generally start adopting this when we are growing up, we are maturing. Then we generally, start and understanding and acknowledging. Yes, if we be sensible in listening to this part, we will be less hurt, and the other person will be less hurt. This is my experience, basically, which I am expressing, with sharing with you all. Uh,
Very nice. Thank you, Monica ji, for sharing your experience. So, she's saying it is very, very important to heal your own wound before you helping somebody
Absolutely.
or taking any decision, because it influences your important life decisions as well. Okay. Great. So Monica Dos has written in the chat box.
Good morning, sir.
Very good morning, Preeti ji.
Just one small input I would like to add in this, that emotional regulation, I feel, should be a part of everyday life. And it's an ongoing process, I feel. And everyone needs it every day. It's not like today we are fine, so tomorrow it's over with. So we all need to constantly, question the emotions, what we feel, as you say, ask why we are feeling and deal with it. So everyone has to understand that it's a process which everyone needs to work upon every day. And as we become, it's not, it's a journey for everyone. So emotional well-being is a continuous process, and the more we are in control, the more we are able to help ourselves and others also better.
Very nice. Very good point. So it is the continuous affair. It is not that you have just done it for one day. if you have to do it continuously. Very nice, great point. Thank you, Preeti ji, for adding on.
Hello, sir.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
Shreya.
Sometimes it's very difficult to understand that some things has affected me or us in general, and we would not realize that. And then we start watching TV or scrolling or eating and all. How do we identify that certain thing has affected me, and also why it has affected me? This I've learned. Learning why it has affected me is a very important thing, not just knowing that it has affected me. And recently I learned that there are around 3000 emotions, and uh, s- we are still thinking that sad, happiness, anger is the only emotions that we need to address.
Very nice, very good. So the question is how to identify that something has affected me. This is the question Shreya ji is asking.
So if I can volunteer an answer,
Yes,
this
please.
is something I learned recently through one of the sessions called Gestalt therapy. And what I got to understand was that emotions also have a physiological representation of sorts somewhere in your body, whether your mind may not be able to articulate what it is that you're feeling, sadness or happiness, or the myriad of 3000 emotions, but your body will tell you for sure that you are feeling something, whether any of those emotions. But every emotion, apparently, this is a new learning. I didn't know this before, but and that's what Gestalt teaches you, that there will be some or the other reaction in your body. For example, if it's stress that you're feeling, it could manifest in terms of a pain in whatever part of your body. Biologically, there may be no reason for that pain, but it is an emotion that you're processing, and that's how your body is responding to it. So, Shreya, I think one of the ways to focus or to find out whether or not you're impacted by something is to notice the changes in your body. What are you feeling physically? That might help you.
Very nice, very good point. Very good point.
Thank you, sir.
That you can observe your body, because your body also create expression of something is wrong with your emotions. Very nice. So that is also one way. Anybody else would like to answer
Good
this
morning,
or add
sir.
on to this? Please,
And
yes, please.
I also feel that the inspiration, the motivation to carry on daily life is also affected by any of the emotions. If you are affected by any of the emotions, definitely that again lies in the observation which you make to yourself. You will find that working style, even daily chores. And if you introspect, you will realize there is a difference in that.
Okay. So you're saying that the motivation level for the day also
There will be difference. I'm not saying
there will
it
be
will be high
difference.
or low, but there will be a difference.
Okay. So this is also one way to identify that something is wrong, something is off. Okay. Very nice. Anybody else?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Good morning, everybody. The term emotions itself is very abstract. So naturally, the feel will be felt by the body. But earlier, when for a silly reason too, the emotions would reach the peak because we at that time, like yesterday's knowledge we share, we only react to what is at the peak. We do not see the other positive factors also that accompany with those emotions. I really remember, though I practice yoga and I follow strict diet, many people used to ask me, why isn't your belly coming down? And this became such a stress for me because 4 years back it was not like that. And every time I started brooding, the emotions would go up and acidity used to form. And then I practiced what you said. Let me get rid of it. But within 22 days, I have shed 3 kilos. So from 61 and a half, have come to 58 and a half nearly. But my belly will not go down. But after practicing yesterday's thought, why should I bother? It's only going to hurt me. Let me still practice. So I stayed calm. And this morning, when I did challenge my yoga, I could feel there was so much of difference in the belly area too. So emotions come and they go. But many other emotions I have learned for now to filter. And one more beautiful uh, experience I had yesterday with that peak example of yours. I did blast a few students yesterday properly in the class, but all of them were falling at my feet, prostrating and saying, Happy Guru Purnima, Happy Guru Purnima. Towards the end, before I left them, I told them all, I just love you all. Whatever I say is only for your good. Please don't take it to the heart. I can never forget you all. Please don't forget me. And I think things fell in their proper places. So
Very
both
nice.
the dual relationship of emotion yesterday was tackled and I could sleep peacefully.
Awesome. Fantastic. So instead of avoidance or avoiding the emotion, you start facing it. You start noticing what it is saying, what is the message for this. Great. Very nice, Sugunaji. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so Shreyaji, I hope you got the answer. And one more thing we can do to identify, we notice sometimes that I don't know what is happening, why I'm not excited, why I'm not happy. So at that time, take some pause, ask some questions to yourself. You will find that you yourself will give answer that what is wrong, why you're feeling off, right? Because ultimately your subconscious mind knows what has happened. You just need to ask yourself, spend some time with you, ask some honest questions, reflect on your day or maybe week or the month. You will find out. Great. Thank you so much for asking a very good question, Shreyaji. Thank you. Yes, anybody else would like to share something or add on? Please go ahead.
Um, I would like to share one my example of 2 3 days back regarding Priya's question. I had a very bad, experience in the court regarding some relationship matter. Okay. So, anyways, I was very upset and extremely upset. And then I had to go after that for a lunch with my friend. And I could realize the way from court till that lunch point in that club, I was not very excited about going. Although I was very excited in the morning that today we are meeting. So and the weather was also fine. So I was just thinking, and when I went there, of course, when you are unhappy, you are not emotionally very fit. It comes on your face. For many, it comes on your face. And then they ask what happened and all that thing. Okay, I didn't express anything. It says something which has happened in the code. I'm not very happy with it. Anyway, after the lunch process was gone, I was just introspecting and I realized how an impact is created on you, and you spoiled your tenure of 2 hours, which you were supposed to be happy because of somebody, some other person's emotion, which has impacted you, and you must learn how it should not impact you. This is something which that day I, took it to myself. No, you shouldn't get impacted because your 2 hours are gone. Your 2 hours company with the friends is gone, and you didn't enjoy it, for which you were very happy. So one has to be very, very, honest and strong while handling any sort of this situation, emotional situation. This is what I mean to say. Means one must learn this style of prevention. So whatever time is gone is gone.
Right. Very nice. So, situational awareness also creates an impact to identify and to regulate it or prepare you for the next time. Very nice. Thank you, Monica ji. Thank you for sharing. Great. So, anybody else would like to add on or share something? Please go ahead.
So there's one thing I'd like to add, and this is about processing the emotion of anger. I think very easily I don't know about everybody else, but I did get into the trap of adding adjectives to expressing my anger. And of late, what I've started doing is that and this is a very recent practice, is that the moment you're angry, before you speak to the other person or tell them what you're angry about, before that, sit with yourself, process your thought, form the sentences with the adjectives, then one by one start striking off the adjectives, and then bring out the core of what you were saying. What was the true words that I wanted to say, and remove all those expressions from it, because those are not necessary, they're not needed. What you need to communicate is the core message minus the decoration on it. So I've started doing that, and I think it's made my expression of anger much more cleaner, much more softer, not harsh. So that's one thing.
Very nice. Great. Thank you, Pragyaji. Thank you for sharing these your own experiential insights. It gives a lot of clarity to everyone. Thank you. So everyone, please let's give some hearts to Pragyaji once again.
So,
Thank you, everyone.
whatever
Thank you.
losses from Pragya may add to our adjectives, the order of adjectives, the opposite party, the moment they know that they are going to kindle the fire of anger in us, they will keep on irritating. They will try to play with our emotions, and there we have to play very wisely. Even if you can handle that anger, we should not expose it to others.
All right. So this is the time for the quote of the day. Thank you everyone for your points, for your sharings. So today's quote of the day is: healing does not begin when pain disappears. It begins when you stop running from it. You stop running from the pain. Then healing begins. Thank you everyone for joining and sharing. Thank you so much. Have a great day, awesome day, fantastic day.